Alright, hey guys, what's happening? Jono here. Want to do a live video how to generate clients for free. Alright, so I'll give it a couple seconds. I'll start in a couple seconds. What I want everyone to do, usual sort of deal. If you're watching this live, just hit like so I know that you liked it. And also, the more people that like this post, the more it gets around social media. Alright, so if you're watching this live or you're watching it later, if you can just do me a favor, just hit like. Okay, that way I know who's on here, and also the more people that like this, the more people are going to see it. Alright, so a few likes coming through now. I'll start in a couple seconds. Also, if you're watching this live or later, feel free just to comment below as well. Alright, so just comment below, say hello, just so I know who's in here. Any questions, comment below. If you've sort of been on my live videos and that before anyway, you know that I like it to be super interactive. So if you've got any questions below, just, comment them below. Alright. Anyways, I'm gonna make a start. So this topic, it's quite an in-depth one. So I'm gonna just summarize it as quick as I can, just so everyone sort of gets the key pointers out of it. Now, bit of background. I went to this seminar on the weekend, the Stuart Zadell seminar. If you've heard of him, or if you haven't heard of him, he's amazing. He's like a property guru basically, but he's big on mindset. Like this guy's mindset, he's probably a multi-millionaire in property, but I'll tell you now, with his mindset, he'd be successful at whatever he did. His mindset is ridiculous. But anyways, one of the things I took out of it was when he started talking about the law of reciprocity. Okay, comment below and let me know if you've heard of the law of reciprocity. All right. Now, basically, if you haven't heard of it, pretty much what it means is the more you put in, the more you get out. All right, the more energy you put into something, the better result you're going to get. And I'm pretty sure we've all had something like that before. All right, once again, comment below if you sort of agree with that, where if you put a lot of effort, a lot of energy into something, you're going to get a better result than if you don't put a lot of effort or energy into it. All right. Now, the example he gave was a 9-to-5 worker, but I think this also works really well with personal trainers. So I'll tell the story and let me know your sort of opinion here. Stuart was telling this story, and he's like, he always gets this situation where, people come up to him and they're like, hey, Stuart, I'm working in a 9-to-5 job, and look, I work my ass off. I work really, really hard, and, I try so hard, and I do this and I do that, and the person sitting next to me is an absolute bludger and does nothing, and yet we still get the same paycheck. Like, how is that fair? I'm sort of getting a bit fed up of working so hard when this person here doesn't work anywhere near as hard as me and gets the same paycheck. How is that fair? All right, comment below if you feel that, or if you've been in that situation, or you know someone in that situation. And what Stuart said is, hey, look, there's sort of two ways you can go from here. Yeah, you can just stop working hard and become that bludger, and then you'll just always stay that. He goes, the other thing that happens to most people in that situation is they end up going to bigger and better things. They either get a promotion, or they get a new job, or they start working for themselves, and they make an absolute killing because of all of the hard work they did earlier on. Okay? And the point he was sort of making is, with that sort of stuff, it's not, and when you're sort of, I guess the word is adding value. So when you're adding value to other people, you're always going to get that value back, but it may not be straight away. Okay, so in that example there, you may have had to work your ass off for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and it pays off later down the track when you get that promotion or when you start off on your own, because you've learnt all those sort of skills, all right? Whereas the person that didn't work their ass off could never get to that situation because they didn't put that sort of hard work in at the start, all right? Comment below and let me know if you're with me so far. That's just a bit of the mindset side of things. And I think it's cool to hear it like that, because otherwise you can get super frustrated and that sort of thing. And this works the same with like marketing as well. Okay, so there's obviously a million different ways you can marketing. I like the value adding style of marketing. So if you sort of follow me on anywhere, what I do is I like to add value. So say you're in this Facebook group, for example. I post 2, 3, 4 live videos a week, just giving value, right? Just giving tips to help people run their bootcamp. If you're on my email list, I send out 2, 3, 4 emails a week, just giving value, giving people tips. Same thing on Instagram, same thing on the phone. I spend probably 5, 6 hours on the phone just calling people, giving value. YouTube clips, whatever. I do a lot of value adding, okay? And what I sort of found is that it got to a point where, this is a while ago now, but I was doing this for about 3 months straight. Someone said, hey, you got to add value. That's the best way to get new clients. And, I sort of did it for about 3 months, and I didn't see a huge increase in the amount of clients I was getting. And, I sort of thought, well, I'm just going to freaking give up, like I'm working my ass off. I was like that 9-to-5 worker, right? I'm working my ass off and I'm not getting anywhere. Like I'm just going to give up and do the bare minimum. I'm going to get the same results anyway. So I gave up for like a weekend, and then something happened on the Monday. I just had like the best day ever in terms of sales, and then same on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I was sort of like, hey, what's going on? Where are these people coming from? And when I would speak to these people, they're sort of like, yeah, hey, look, you spoke to me like, 3 months ago and I didn't do the program then, but now I'm ready to go. Or another person was like, hey, I've been in your Facebook group for like 6 months and now I'm ready to go. Another person was like, hey, I've been on your email list for like a year and now I'm ready to go. Another person was like, hey, you spoke to my friend like 2 weeks ago and your friend recommended me. Or, there was just so many different things going on, and I sort of put it down to just the whole value add, right? And I sort of put it down to that where like, just because you're adding value now doesn't mean you're going to get value the very next day, but the more value you add now, sooner or later, that's going to come back to you. Okay, and that's the law of reciprocity. So that's like the whole mindset side of things. Comment below and let me know if that makes sense. But that sort of law of reciprocity is like if you give someone $1,000 worth of value, sooner or later, $1,000 of value is going to come your way. It may be from that person. It may be them who signs up for your, 6-month boot camp then and there. Or it may be, one of their friends that signs up because of you, or whatever. All right? They might be them that signs up later. Either way. But sooner or later, it's going to come back to you. Okay? So in terms of the actual, I guess, structure, because that's all very mindset based, right? The structure behind it is if you want to get more clients, add more value. Okay, do whatever you can to add more value. And that's so easy to do in today's society, right? If you've got a Facebook group, jump on and do a live video every day liking value. If you don't have a Facebook group, do it on your personal profile, do it on your Facebook business page, send out emails, go on Instagram, go on Facebook, make sales calls, make cold calls, whatever. But whatever it may be, the whole goal behind it is add value. Okay, the more value you add to other people, the more it's going to come back to you. And I believe that 100%, like I've seen it myself. Okay, so bottom line, if you're struggling to, do whatever to get clients, or you want to get more clients, add value. And the biggest advantage to it is it's for free. All right, you can go out there and spend thousands of dollars on marketing. It's not necessarily going to come back. But if you can just get all this value out to the world, sooner or later it's going to come back to you. All right. Anyway, that's today's video. If you want some sort of specific tips, comment below and we'll see what we can do. Any questions with that sort of thing, comment below. If you like the video, just hit like so we know that you liked it. We can do more of this sort of stuff. We cover all this sort of stuff in our bootcamp social media courses anyway. I'll put the link to the website below. That's pretty much it. Any questions, comment below. Say hi if you're watching this. Hit like if you liked it. All right, have a good day.